Hey everyone, Nolar here, back with another JP Dokkan video on the 5-9 Gaming channel. I'm not alone though. On this really special night of the Dokkan Now and the 350 million download celebration, I'm joined by Gale.
Hello everybody, what's up? Looking forward to doing this one, even though we kind of did get somewhat spoiled before the Dokkan Now.
Yep, and we've got Trocho.
Hello, what Gale said.
So we're going to scrub through a little bit of the global Dokkan Now special and just really talk about what's going on. Of course, the Koto Supremacy is live and well as we speak. I think we're getting 60 stones, right?
Yes, we did already get 60 stones. Basically, it was like we had to get 3,000 hashtags going around. I think we got like 12,000 in the end. Last I checked,
like 20 minutes.
It was like sub 30 minutes. It was so quick. So yeah, they said that this should be given out tomorrow, and I don't know if tomorrow means like today's reset or tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see when it's distributed. But yeah, 60 stones should be coming to your way very, very easy. It's free real estate basically. So yeah, they continue on with the Planet Namek Saga stuff, and they're talking about, did they jump straight into part 2? Oh no, they started introducing the events, basically going over this. Obviously JP showed off something that we will come on to in just a second. Or do you want to talk about it now, Nolar? Regarding Zarbon.
No, we can. Yeah, we can talk about it when we get to it, but yeah, Zarbon's farmable right now in the story event, and of course the Ginyu Force memory. So, yep.
All right, and then we get, of course, this is the big one. Of course, we get final confirmation of TF Goku's EZA, right? We kind of expected it. I mean, that was not really a surprise considering we did get transforming Frieza's EZA. Pretty much the same as Goku's, right? What do you think, Nolar, about Goku versus Frieza? Basically, it's pretty much identical, but do you think Goku might be better because of the damage reduction, or do you think Frieza's HP recovery is better?
I think, I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up. I mean, I personally like damage reduction better, but we'll have to see when we get to actually play with them. But yeah, they're basically mirrors of each other, and it's been like 3 years, right? 3 years ago, 250 million, I think, when they came out. So it's actually pretty nice. So.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, at least 2 Dokkan Fest easiest. Choco, what do you think about Goku?
I think Frieza benefits more teams, but I think Goku is just infinitely superior. The healing is nice, but nowadays we have so many units that are hitting like 300k defense. You grab like 3 of their color orbs and you're healing like 80k. Like healing is definitely useful. Not to knock it, but in longer events, which is really where these units are going to shine, you're probably going to have a team that can heal self-sufficiently pretty easily without Frieza. So it's good in like Super Battle Road, but so is Goku. So I don't know. I think Goku is just better, but Frieza's probably going to benefit more teams again.
For sure.
Well, I mean, just to jump in real quick, I mean, on a longer event, if you have any defensive stackers, the more defense you stack, the higher the healing you get from same color orbs.
Yeah,
so I see your
what I said at the beginning. What the heck, man?
Well, I'm just saying, I see your point, but and at the same time, though, Frieza has better consistent linking sets, right? Compare that to Goku, who switches consistently. So if you're going on a longer event, get ready to get the over in a flash links, but that sucks in the early 5-7 turns of the game when he just has prepare for battle or shocking speed. You know what I mean? So the only issue with Goku, like, he seems to be a superior unit as a kit, but the problem is his linking set. So the team building is a little wonky however you start it. So.
Yeah, especially once you get to that Super Saiyan 3 phase, because holy, the links on Super Saiyan 3 are horrible.
Yeah.
Although the modern day EZ is like in UI Goku definitely helped him out with that. Like, he's also an old unit you probably have who's God tier, you can run on most of his same team. Same with like Super Saiyan. Like, you have options more than you did back then. Yeah,
no, I agree. Yeah. But I do feel like Frieza still has an advantage, big bad bosses, the usual extreme links.
BBB.
It's just so good in his favor. So I can see both sides of the argument. It's going to be interesting to see when we actually get to use them, because obviously check transforming Frieza, obviously in the data download, I think right now. I don't know if his actual thing is available, like his EZA is available in the data download. I know the medals are and everything. But it'll be interesting to see how he performs, and then once transforming Goku comes, we can see there. But the next thing we obviously get is the JP versus Global campaign that goes on every time in part 2. And last year, of course, JP was the winner. No, wait. No, last year. This is a
global one.
Yeah, so she messed up there, unless she's assuming from 300 million. I don't know. But this year, of course, we have Bardock as the winning side and Frieza as the losing side, which is kind of odd considering actually the other way happens where Frieza wins and Bardock loses. So, yeah, what do you think, Nolar? Do you want to win or lose as a JP player?
I would rather lose, but again, for you guys who don't know, when the anniversary rolls around, you get the coins. You could buy the other one that you didn't get before, so really doesn't mean too much. But if I want one right now, I'd rather have the Frieza.
Yeah, man, come on now. It's all about the pride. Do you want to win or lose? Come on now. Shoko, what about you? Which one would you prefer? Bardock or Frieza? I was gonna say
Bardock.
Goku. Really?
Listen, Bardock kind of lost. He also kind of didn't. And massacred his ancestor. So who really won in the end? Frieza's dead, and so is his ancestor. Bardock's not. He's being cooled off in time.
I mean, to be fair, that's not wrong.
Am I wrong, Gil?
I mean, you're not wrong. I genuinely believe, though, however, I thought it was going to be the Goku Ginyu and Ginyu Goku as the winner and loser cards. I'm surprised that they're doing this instead. It's kind of odd, but I'll still take it. This is very interesting. Personally, I would like to win as well. I'd like the Bardock more than the Frieza, but like Nolar said, you'll inevitably get it once the anniversary rolls around, so everybody's a winner in that situation. Alright, the next thing is, this is the big one. This is, I think, what everybody's super excited for. Once per day, link level event. Yes, finally there's a link level event. I'm curious to see how they're going to do it. Are you just going to be fighting like tons of enemies, or is their chances higher in this event, basically? Nolar, how excited are you for this one?
I'm excited because they're bringing something that I think they should have brought a long time ago. I like you, I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to make this work. Like, instead of like a 2% chance, is it now like double, like 4%, which is still not great. I have no idea how they're going to do it, but either way, I'm pretty happy that this is happening. You know what I mean?
Yep, definitely. And Trocho, do you think this is going to be like the equipment event where they decide to, you know, like the Whis equipment event or skill orb event, where during the celebration it's once per day? Are they going to convert it to once per week? After the celebration.
I'm assuming it's going to have decent rates. I mean, limited time events like this, like the stone events and equipment events, have never actually really been bad. They've all been really good. So I'm hoping that it's going to be fairly easy to get that, you know, stubborn level 9 link to level 10. If you're stuck on level 9, you're like, all right, I'm waiting till Friday before I can do it again. And it's basically guaranteed. I'm going to hope.
Yeah, no,
be cool, Dokkan.
Fingers crossed, man. Because... I mean... yeah, go ahead.
I'm kind of curious as if it'll only let you use specific categories that will like link level up, right? It'd be like the new legendary, what's it called? Legendary
existence.
Yeah, like that. Like maybe only the new categories are the ones that have a higher chance to level up, which is still good, but you know, maybe not. Maybe I'm being a little bit of a downer here, but I'm just saying, like, if they do this for this celebration, maybe that'll mean like every time there's a big celebration, there's like new units, new categories, those will get the higher chance. So maybe it'll be more consistent that way. I don't know. Just throwing out ideas.
Hopefully. But yeah, no, I'm hoping like if it is once per day and it's the way you said it is, maybe like certain days or certain categories, right? Like for example, on Mondays you can do Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, stuff like that, and then Tuesday can be Wicked Bloodlines and so on and so forth. And then maybe that way they can do it. I think that would be a cool way of doing it, where it's not like, oh, it's only one category per day or something stupid like that. But who knows? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I mean, it's something people have been waiting for. So finally, it's good that we finally got it. Of course, I mean, you guys can go watch our showcases and everything if you guys want to see Goku and Frieza. But Nolar, obviously, Trocho and I have our thoughts on Goku and Frieza. We think they're fantastic units. How about you? How do you feel about Goku and Frieza? Let me see if I can go to their card. Can I? Yeah, there we go. How do you feel about Goku and Frieza?
Goku's really good. Whether or not he's the best unit in the game, that's to be determined. The thing is, like, something on paper is one thing. You playing it with the character for a little while gets you a better feel of how a unit, you know, really plays around. Yeah. So right now they seem to be very, very good. Both Goku and Frieza seem to be really, really good. The animations are fantastic. I think the 12 key on Goku's better than his 18, and I think the 18 key on Frieza's better than his 12. And what is the active skill requirements again? Is it 30%? or below on the enemy?
Yes, 30% or below on the specifically the enemy.
Okay, that's not bad. Especially since like it's supposed to be like a finishing move, right? So like that makes sense to me. Yeah, I think it's great. I think they're really, really good. Again, whether or not they're the best in the games or top 5 or whatever remains to be determined, because I got to play with them and then really see how they are, right? So
definitely agree. Yeah, I'm a bit I feel Frieza's active skill is a bit better here because it's basically the same, just opposite, right? In the sense it is of course super class enemies instead of extreme, and I feel the game has more super class enemies. If you look at the legendary events, you look at some of the IDBHs, the God event, right, for example, as well. So all of them are super class, if I'm not mistaken, in the God event. So yeah, to me, it's like Frieza's active skill is a bit better in that situation, right? But yeah, I'm still looking forward to seeing in actual like performance testing. You know, obviously we have the ways to make it 100% fully rainbowed, link level 10. I want to see how they perform, say, at 55% and stuff, because that'll, really test whether or not they're really that good at all points in the game, kind of thing, right? So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about the active skill voicing in global side of things versus JP? We'll get that out of the way, I suppose, before we jump onto the JP version and what extra stuff they had. How do you feel about the active skills?
Jogo, you go first.
I have no idea what they sound like.
This guy's deaf. Nolar, go ahead.
Yeah, I prefer the JP versions. They just sound so much better to me.
Yeah, I think Frieza hands down is better on JP as well. Goku's global is a little bit nicer. I feel like if they said "you fool" instead of "you moron," I think that would have been cool. But outside of that, I think JP's was better. And yeah, let's move on to JP. Now, they had a bit of extra stuff in there. Obviously, they like adding more fluff. But even in terms of information, they had a lot more. Specifically, one thing that I know a lot of us have been waiting for a very long time. So let's start off with Zarbon. Of course, we were talking about Zarbon and how he has something. I skipped past it very much. So TF Frieza, no, back up here. Yep, there we go. Zarbon into Zarbon and Dodoria. I was surprised when they showed this off. I thought it was going to be transforming Zarbon he would Dokkan into. But how do you feel about this one? Would you have preferred the transforming Zarbon? Or do you like this Zarbon and Dodoria card instead, Nolar?
I think the Zarbon Dodoria is fine. I mean, this is a farmable card. I imagine if they were gonna give us a transforming Zarbon, he would be like a summonable one. So I'm not too upset about it. Again, we don't have Zarbon Dodoria really represented in Dokkan much, right? In terms of the SSR TURs, right? So again, this looks like they will EZA.
Yes.
Probably in part 2. So we'll see how they really, how they really perform at that point.
Hopefully, along with this guy.
Yeah, I think he'll get one too.
Yeah. Hopefully these two guys get their EZAs, because that would be very much exciting. But yeah, they go over the same information basically. Of course, TF Goku, TF Frieza, EZAs, link level update, and then Bardock versus Zarbon. But the big news, the big news, of course, is if I can go all the way here. Where was it? Here? Yeah, there it is. They started talking about version Z. Now, obviously, we had the homie Garesh help us out in translating some of it. So we'll go over to his Twitter account to basically go over what he said. So version Z will be rolled out over a long period of time, and part 1 will be deployed this winter, which is centered around improving the game for new users. There will be new characters obtainable in a new and improved tutorial featuring Goku and Piccolo from the Raditz fight. Existing players will be able to obtain these characters as well, and the update will also help existing players have an easier time playing the game. No specifics on this were given. And of course, nothing about a new friend system or anything were given. So let's go over here and see this. Nolar, we had this discussion when it first came out, right? We made the video on the 5-9 channel regarding version Z and, when it could come out and how it would be implemented. And you and I thought both it would come out at Worldwide Celebration. Well, it turns out we were kind of right. They did give us more information at Worldwide Celebration, not the release. But yeah, how do you feel about it? Do you think they're taking the right decision and taking their time with it, making it a spread out release, or do you think it would have been better as a concentrated, like, drop it all at once kind of version or update?
Well, what spreading it out just means that there's a lot more they're working on, and a big update, usually the problem with big updates is there's going to be some bugs, there's going to be some issues, and there's got to be compensation and blah, 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 blah. So I think the slow rollout is probably more in their liking. However, I think if I speak for the majority of the player base, we just want all of it up at once, right?
Yes.
That's what we want. But overall, again, this part's not going to affect the veterans. It's really for the newer players. And of course, they said it would help us out too. But I think overall, it's really for the newer players. The tutorial, the last time it got a revamp, I think was like at year 1.5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they gave you like the Android 18 and stuff like that. I remember that because I was like re-rolling accounts at that point. So this is good. I'm just more curious to see what the version Z is going to help for the veterans. And unfortunately, that's not going to be anytime soon. Probably in 2022, just to be clear. So yeah, overall, I think it's a good update. At least they're giving us some information and not silent on what's going on. So yeah, I don't know, Trocho, what do you think?
I just hope that the Goku and Piccolo are like halfway decent.
Yeah.
If they're revamping the entire tutorial. Plus, I do like that older players can get them. That is cool. They're not gating it.
Yep.
Like when you'd probably know because I'm assuming you've played since like probably close to day one. The STR 18.
Yep.
Could veteran players earn her when she came out after you already started the game, or was it only
no? It was only newer players, but she came to the Baba shop, right, with the incredible gems down the line. So it was really the first, I think, I want to say like 3 to 6 months, and that's probably where they got the complaints, right? Everyone's saying that, and that's why now they're like, okay, now everybody can get it, and that's how I imagine is they'll probably put that Goku and Piccolo in the Baba shop from Incredible Gems, which is fine. You know what I mean?
Or it can kind of be like how you, I don't know. For example, how Duel Links has like a tutorial section, like the Duel Puzzle section. Maybe there's like a menu for like veteran players to like, oh, access this tutorial and complete these stages or something. Maybe something like that potentially for us as well. But no, I really do think this is a good step in the right direction with the tutorials. I guess at least it's the first thing, because like you said, right, they haven't updated since like year 1.5. They still have, funnily enough, I don't know if some people have noticed this, but if you play the tutorial, the old summon screen is actually still present in there specifically. They haven't updated it to the new summon screen, which is hilarious to me. But yeah, no, I do believe like it's a good step in the right direction. How would you prefer to approach? Like, would you prefer it to be a quarterly update? So like every 3 months basically is a new update to version Z, or how do you feel they should go about it in terms of like what's the next step basically, Nolar?
I mean, I would like it quarterly, but I imagine it'll be like the anniversaries, like so like JP 7th year, and then maybe Golden Week celebrated together, followed by Global's anniversary / Tanabata. Like I imagine the big celebrations where they're going to introduce those like big version upgrades.
Yeah.
So it is kind of quarterly, but not really like quarterly like on the mark that we know it for, but it'll be like every 3-4 months there's something will be coming out. Obviously, like I said, I would like it all at once, but yeah, we'll see how that turns out.
Definitely agree. But yeah, how do you feel about version Z, Trocho, in general? Like, is it a good, is their aims good? Because what they said was basically like Garesh mentioned, right, is to help new players make it interesting for veteran players and various improvements, which is kind of vague, the third point. But how do you feel about it?
It's definitely a good step in the right direction. I don't have any faults with the first update to version Z. If they overhaul kind of like the UI, maybe if the final step is, because every now and then they'll be like, hey, you know, sorry, but if you're playing on like an iPhone 4S or like Samsung S3, you can't do it anymore, it's too out of date. If maybe the final version Z update closer to half year through 7th year or even 8th year, they're like, hey, we're overhauling the game's entire engine or something as a final part of it, and we actually finally do get proper HD arts and all that cool stuff. I'd be down for that. I mean, time progresses. I'd prefer for Dokkan not to be stuck in the Stone Age of mobile gaming.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because yeah, no, I agree with
strangers to killing old devices.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, because if I compare it to, say, another game that released alongside it or 6 months after it, an FGO, they had their engine update right after their 3-year anniversary. So they pretty much updated their game really early on just to make sure they weren't stuck in the Stone Age, like you said. So it'll be very interesting to see when Dokkan does pull its head out of its backside and get out there and, you know, make the changes necessary. But I think that was pretty much it that they showed off in the Japanese version of the Dokkan now. It was pretty much just an extra Zarbon and Dodoria piece of information plus this version Z news. Because on Global, I think their Twitter account, they basically said, stay tuned, we have a project incoming, and they said nothing else about it. You know, they said they'd drop information later on. But any final thoughts from you, Nolar, before we wrap up?
No, I mean, this is all pretty good. I mean, the 350 million download looks to be like a good celebration. Of course, we only know part 1, so who knows what wild stuff is going to happen in part 2. What kind of other LRs or other things, other easy A's, like maybe they'll drop like 7 easy A's for us. Who knows, right? So yeah. I'm pretty stoked and excited. And of course, version Z is interesting to see how that's going to play out. Again, not exactly what I would like them to focus, but they got to start somewhere. Hopefully, eventually, their focus will be on the friend system because God knows it needs a fix. So,
yeah, I hope that's part of the various improvements for sure. Trocho, your thoughts?
The tutorial update is one step closer to LR Raditz.
That is true. That is very true. He's not wrong.
Oh.
It is a step closer.
It's
a very minor step, I must admit, considering it's a tutorial unit we've gotten. But, you know, we're closer. But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of the Dokkan now, both the global version as well as the JP version. What do you guys think of version Z's news that we've just gotten? Of course, you know, people have been clamoring on about version Z. What will we get? Version Z on Dokkan or the guild update on Legends? At least we got something on Dokkan, it seems like. So let us know in the comments, what do you guys think? And once again, Nolar, Trocho, appreciate you all for coming on. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.
See ya.